Classiky Boxes, or Classiky. Not sure how you pronounce it, but we're going to go with Classiky. But let me show you the many ways I use it. Let's talk about it. Hi friends, it's Mari from Mari Haraya Archives. Today is another favorite subject of mine. Well, you already know, stationery organization, a favorite subject over here. But today we get to talk about the different Classiky boxes that I own. And I know I keep saying it's either Classiky or Classiky. I am actually not sure, and I haven't even looked it up, but I prefer saying Classiky. I don't know, it sounds pretty, Classiky. So we're going to go with that today. So that is how I will be pronouncing the Classiky brand today in this video, and every video that I make, I'm going to be saying Classiky, and I'll probably be doing a disclaimer as well. Anyways, back to what we wanted to talk about is I do own, I want to say, almost all of the whole collection. There are a few storage boxes that I don't own, and I believe one of them they don't sell anymore. It's an older version of it, and they have a newer version, and I don't have that one, and I don't need it. Do I need all of this? Yes, I do. But the newer version, I would love to have, but I don't really need it because the old one is fine, and I love it anyways. So, okay, let's get started. I have a few to talk about. Just to kind of, well, they're kind of scattered everywhere. Let's go from biggest to smallest. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let me put this out of the way. All right. Now, a lot of these I use for my stationery, but some of these I actually use around my house, which I'm trying to find. Okay, here we go. All right. So first things first is this big boy. It's pretty large. This is the large wooden storage box. I think it's the largest that they have. And to kind of give you a size comparison, let's go with my A6 Han. But that is about the size. If you can see, that is the size of it as far as tall. So it is as tall as an A6, and I would say it is 2.5 sizes of an A6. I guess only in the stationery world where we measure things based on our notebooks. Okay, so I think this, what I would say, is about almost 3 A6 size notebook as far as lengths go. But yeah, everybody knows what an A6 size is, right? If we want to go with maybe an A5 size, let's go with an A5 size. It is about, oh shoot, I totally forgot there's something in there. Okay, so everything's all crashed inside, so we get a surprise when we open it. So that's about, this is an A5 notebook, and I'm scared to open this box. Okay, let's get into it. So, like I said, I do use majority of my stationery as, these storage boxes for my stationery. Let me kind of move you guys a little bit. And this sits in our linen closet because that's where a lot of our medicines sit. So this is actually holds our medicines, and I'm scared to open it because I forgot that there's something in there. Okay, not too bad. But as you can see, and let me see if I can kind of move you guys over a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, I do have medicines in here, and I actually took out all the old ones, and I need to fill it up with, I do have a plastic bin in my linen closet that houses the extra stuff. So now that we got rid of all the other ones, I have room and space. So it just holds our medicines, and I like that it has this little drawer or for the little things that we put for. So it's, I mean, it's not like super organized, but we know what's in there. But yeah, we house, and it has this cute little tray thing, and then I just have like thermometer and more of these eye drops. And this moves, but it stays put because of these bottles. They're pretty big, but I like that I can just stand them up here, which is how you want to store your medicines anyway, so it doesn't spill. And it's fine. You could probably go a little bit taller on your bottles and it'll fit perfectly. And then if you're not too familiar with the Classiky boxes, they all come with these little trays that can go side to side. Obviously it can't for this one because of the bottles, but it also has these little cool little like holders if you want to put tweezers, scissors, and whatever you want to put in there. Like if you wanted to use this like as a first aid kit, which I was going to at first, but I have a cute little container that's like red and it has first aid on it, and so I was like, okay, that has to be a first aid kit. So this is, but it's just fine. Us using it as a medicine box, and we've been doing this since 2018, and yeah, it's just super simple. And whenever we need meds, it's all right there and it's sitting on our shelf, and it looks really pretty and nice. So, and you don't have to use this Classiky box to do that. You can use any storage box as you wish. There's lots of other options as well, and pretty options. I am just a fan. I am just a fan of Classiky and things that are made in Japan. So, and I wanted something that I will utilize year after year, and it's something that will stay with me for a long time, and then hopefully my kids will fight over it and say this is mine. So I have plenty of boxes though. If they need to fight over something, there's plenty for them. I have 3 boys, so I have definitely more than 3 here. Okay, next up I have the medium size. Let me go grab it. Now this is the one that you guys see in my videos. Oh no, just kidding. You don't see this in my videos. You see the small size. Oh, actually you do. This is a medium size. See, I'm already getting confused, and we are only 7 minutes in and only 2 boxes in. So this is the medium size, and so let us get our trusty measurement tool here, which is our A6 Hobonichi Home. And this is about 2 1/4 size of the A6. And then this, as you can see, the A6 is just a little bit taller. So, and this one actually houses, this is the medium size. If I didn't mention it before, this is the medium size, and this houses, it houses my washi tape. And actually, while we have this open, just needs to go back in there. So yes, so I use this for my washi storage. Again, it comes with this tray. I'm scared if I lift this, it's going, like all the washi is going to fall out. And then, okay. And then what I have in here are just extra notepads that I have. And actually, I probably should take this out. But if I take this out, that means there's more space for washi. So let us just, we'll just put it back. I didn't see that. And I didn't say that now there's more space for washi if I took it out. Okay, we're just going to ignore that. But yeah, so I have like paper pads in there. And then these are the rest of my rolls. And it would have been a perfect world if I had another one of these little trays so I could put it here. That would be amazing. I wish they sold these separately as well, so if I can add more. I mean, my only option is to buy another large one and use that, but that is, yeah, that, well, I mean, it's not out of the possibility, maybe, now that I'm thinking about it, but Okay, so I actually have another tray here. This is actually from the small size, and I'll show you why. I don't use this in the small size, but it's fine because then I can actually use it in here. But like I said, I wish there was another one like this, because then I could sit this in there and then I could have another one of this to sit on top, and it would have been just perfect. But it's okay. It is all good. And then what I do have, let me go ahead and, if you haven't seen my how I store my washi, my storage organization video, and it shows you these Classiky boxes, I'll put it in the cards, or I'll put it here, somewhere up there, in there, so you can see what my system is when I organize my washi tapes and my stickers. And then I also have this Classiky box. Again, it's just a wax box, and it's actually one piece. It goes like this, technically. But I used to house my Midori brass label clips in here, but I have a different storage for that. And so I just use this for this. Like, I could technically, no, it doesn't fit. So that's the reason why I did it this way, because it didn't fit. And it just kind of nestles right on top, just like so. All right, now we get to play Tetris. All right, so yeah, so this is what I use this size for. This is, again, the medium size Classiky box. Let's see if it closes. Yep. So if I compare this medium size to the large size, it looks like this. So there's the large size with the medicines in it. And then this is the medium size that has the washi. It doesn't look like it's that big of a difference, but hold on. Don't get dizzy on me, okay? Okay. I was trying to be all fancy. All right. I was trying to get all fancy, see if I could do it overhead, but that would require me to kind of... This is a new mount, and so it's not very easy to move just yet, which there's another mount that I want to get. It's my dream mount one of these days. But for now, this works perfectly. All right. So as you can see, it's just a little bit not as wide, and also in the back, but it is shorter than the large. Okay. So medicine washi tape storage, large and medium. Okay, now let's go to the small size, and here we go. There's the small size, and then if we compare that to the medium size, woo, I am getting my workout done. There is this, that's the small, and then that's the medium. So big difference compared to the medium to the large. This is 2 fingers, the other one with just 1 finger. And then as far as, they are about the same height. Yep, they are the same height. So the small and the medium are the same height. Okay, so the small Classiky box, let me just make sure I have you guys situated so you guys can see it properly. Okay, so this one I actually use for my stationery organization. And I use this as my little storage to kind of house my sticker flakes and my planner supplies, such as little sticky notes. I also this holds my letterpress stickers from Traveler's Company, and then as well as like my pencil boards and folders from the Traveler's Company and Hobonichi, and then any like pamphlets that I like from the Traveler's Company. I always keep it because they always come inside their inserts, and so I like to keep that there. And what I do, and like I was saying in the other one, the tray actually belong to this one. And because the way that I'm utilizing this one, I didn't need it. And so that's the reason why it's there. And if you're wondering what these little plastic pouches are, again, I will link my storage organization for this if you want to kind of see more, or see more about how I use this. This is basically a Traveler's Company plastic insert for a standard Traveler's Company traveler's notebook. And so it's actually just like this. It's together, and I just cut it in the middle to take it apart. And so now it fits perfectly in here, and I can use this as little holders for different things. So all of this is actually overstock. I already have these in my other in other places here on my desk, and so this is just extra stuff. If I need refills, this is where it's going. And I created these little leather dividers, and I just stamped it, and they're all categorized. There's a couple that doesn't pertain to this anymore just because it's not in there, but I will leave it as is. But again, was a great storage solution for me. I love the size of it, and because it fits a Traveler's Company traveler's notebook standard perfectly, it's a great way. And also, we did not do a size. It says A6, and it's about 2 A6. And of course, this is definitely the length of a Traveler's Company notebook. And then as far as the height, again, there we go. Then an A6 size. So this is a very, very cute size. It's a very convenient size, especially with organizing your stationery. I really love the size because it does fit. And then if you have like sticker books, like say this is how I also store my stickers. These actually fit in here perfectly, like the length of it, obviously, because it's Traveler's Company. So if you want, you can actually, like if you don't have a storage, like I know a lot of you guys were looking, let me swing you over right there, that little storage thing that I have right there. This could be a great solution for you if you're looking for a good quality piece, or if you can find another one that's this width exactly. But this is the small wooden box, but you can totally categorize your sticker books here and maybe add little tabs up here so you can categorize it, or maybe have dividers. But these fit perfectly in there. And let me get the passport size. So obviously, like if you want to stand it up, let me just take some of this out because it's a little. So you can totally fit a few of these as well, and it'll close standing up, no problem. So this is a great solution as well if you want to organize your sticker books, if you have it the way I have it, where it's categorized. And honestly, if I didn't have that storage, I would probably purchase another one just so I can have that. And I would just leave it open on my desk just like that, and then have it stacked. I would probably have the sticker book stacked, and then probably towards the back, I will use it to house my these right here. This is an A5 Slim from the Traveler's Company. This holds all those transfer rub-ons and all my like sticker, or like the monthly stickers and stuff like that. And this should fit in here because this is a traveler size. So let me make space for it. Okay, let me make sure that you guys, okay. So yeah, I could, oh yeah, beautiful. So yeah, technically if I didn't have that storage, this would be the perfect storage for it because of the size of it. So if you're watching this video and you clicked on it, you have a nugget here. Because I wasn't actually expecting that, and I didn't even realize that actually until just now that, hey, this is actually a great way to store those pieces. And if I want to change up my desk and how it looks, I could do that. But that would require me to purchase another one. And I don't know. I want to be very intentional with the pieces that I keep in my house. And to have 2 of these, I don't know, that's kind of pushing it. I already have all the sizes. But you get my point. But for those who, you know, that's a great way to store those sticker books and those standard size notebooks. So, but yeah, so this is the small. If you're in the market for it, if you're wondering what you can put in there and how I use it, this is the small size. Okay, next up, this was actually the very, very first piece that I purchased from Classiky, and it is the toolbox. And I loved it so much. Oh, I'm getting my fingerprints all over. I loved it so much that I actually have 2 of these, but I ended up selling one because I was like, I don't need 2 of these. And I still don't. But it's a beautiful piece to have. And a lot of people, you know, they use it for stationery. And so when I first purchased it, that's what I did. I actually had it on my desk, opened. And actually, you know what? Let me go in here. I think I have some photos in here that I should have taken out. And yep, I do. Let me take that out. Hold on one second. I've had this thing for so long that I'm like, what's in here? Okay. There we go. Okay. So yes, so I use this for stationery, and how I use this for was actually with the lid open. I have, you know, some paperwork on there. And then I just stood my Traveler's Company notebook and all my stationery, and it looked cute on my desk. But it didn't work for my space in my old house because, like I said, it had very, very limited space. And so I had to be very intentional. So at one point it did work until it didn't. And so it ended up just going to storage or in my closet until now that I can display it. And actually, I don't use this for stationery anymore. I didn't use it for a while because this size, like I said, it would be something that either I would put on the bookshelf or be on my my desk. But for the things that I had, this ended up becoming empty. Like I didn't know what to use it for until I got a vanity for my room. And my desk is a beautiful black wooden desk with rattan pieces, and it's so pretty, and this looks so nice on it. And so I ended up using it as, oh, you know what, before I do that, let us check the size. So this is actually about the same width, like it's the size of an A6 as far as width. And so it is about 1, 2, it's about like 2.5. And then if we look at the size, it's pretty small. It's pretty, as far as how tall it is, I want to say it's maybe 1, 2, maybe 2.5 inches tall. Let me find the small size. It's more narrow. That's the small. It's longer, obviously, but this is taller. And so, and the thing too about these boxes to remember, they are made of wood, so there will be variations to it as far as the color, the texture, the grains. So just be mindful about that. So yeah, and this, so what I use this for, I actually use it for my makeup. Well, I don't use a lot of makeup, but what I do is I do have like blushes and lipstick and lip balms, and that's pretty much what I use as far as makeup, and some mascara. And this is a little bit eyeshadow, which I don't really use a lot of eyeshadow, but I want to start experimenting, so I do have a few of those. And but I'm more of a lip balm girl, and I have some blushes here. But yeah, so I use it as a display case for my not a display case because I don't like have it open. I don't like seeing all of this. For me, it's just too cluttering for me. Is that a word? Cluttering? Is it? Okay. Anyways, so it's just too much clutter, and so I keep it closed on my desk like that, and it looks super pretty. But yeah, so these boxes can go beyond stationery. You can use it. I use it at one point for I use it for this, and then stationery. The medium size one, I actually use it for my teas, and I outgrew that really fast, and so I found another use for it. So it's for my washi tape. But this is a great size. I like the look of it, but a lot of people might find this kind of hard to find use for it as far as storage, besides like a display thing for your, or to hold your stationery stuff on your desk. It's really pretty. It's very nice. But again, it depends on your situation. And so I would say, I would recommend, if you absolutely love the box, I'll try to see if it will work somewhere else. Like, I used to actually put my, what's it called? Those hot seals. Yeah, those little hot seals with the waxes. That used to go in there. So what I would do, and this actually has a little tray, and the little tray I'm actually using upstairs for a different thing. But it has a little tray in it, and I would put the little pieces of the wax seal. So that's a great thing to use it for. You could use it as a toolbox to house maybe your sewing stuff, maybe recipe cards. There's lots of things that you can use this for. I know it's hard for stationery maybe, but you know, you can utilize this box for a lot of things. Maybe even a first aid kit. This works really pretty as a first aid kit if you want something to put on your table and it looks pretty, but it's not necessarily like, you know, oh, that's a first aid kit. This would be a great piece. Or say, for example, you can put cards in it, or you can store electronics, like all the like earbuds. There's just a lot of things that you can do with this, just because it's such a beautiful piece, that it doesn't have to be stationary. You can, if you collect certain things, you can put it in here. So I think it'd be, and guys, this is not a sponsored post, I promise. I am not like trying to convince you to purchase these boxes. I just really enjoy these boxes and how they look. And as someone who loves to decorate houses and do interior design, I'm always looking for pieces that are multifunctional, that can, especially as storage pieces, where you can store things in it and hide away the clutter. So that's the only reason why I'm talking about these and sharing this information with you guys. It's not sponsored. Unless they want to sponsor me, I will work for Classiky Boxes, okay? Okay, so next up, these are also made by Classiky, and they're not the typical two boxes that you see, but I want to say this is called the chestnut wood boxes. Oh, actually, before I do that, I knew I was missing something. Hold on. Let's take that back. I'm gonna put this to the side. I knew I was forgetting something. All right. It's this cute little thing. So this is the size. I mean, this is a tiny size. And this, I don't know what it's called. Is it an extra small? I mean, I would only assume, because that's next on the, but how cute is this? This is the size of, let's get our trusty A6 book. Oop. Okay. So A6 book, and with the lid open, is the size of an A6. But it is probably, let's sit this on top. So it's a tiny little thing. It is like 3/4 of an A6 notebook. So, I mean, that's pretty small. But this was perfect for all of my tall stamps. I don't know if you guys have stamps like these, but this is from the brand. I mean, they should still be out. I mean, I got this back in like 2018-ish. And so it's from Osco Lobo. And they have really cool designs that are kind of, I like these kinds of stamps because it adds interest, decoration to your pages. And these, the way they make it, are pretty tall. So if you look at a standard size, like a flat stamp, you can see that it is a tall one. And so this, like, I could fit in a drawer or a plate, or I do have a clear storage for my stamps, and they can fit flush, right? Because they are skinny. They're not as tall as this one. I mean, you technically can. You can store it. I worked really hard to get all these pieces to fit. But like, you can store it like that, right? But you can only like store 2, and then you have the ones in the back. So I mean, you can store it in these flat drawers. But why, if I have this, okay, how are we gonna fit this? Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out off somewhere next time or later on. I'll put this aside for now. Okay, so it's tall, and I had this, and it was perfect for that, like for the whole collection that I have. And so, and these aren't all the same designer, actually. I think this is from a different designer. Like, they're not all the same. Oh, that one's the same. But yeah, and so it was perfect to store those tall standing, and I could see it clearly, and it looks pretty. And then like the smaller ones, I just ended up putting it here like as a little shelf. You can see right here for all my tiny ones. And so usually I have like these tiny stamps. I'll have it here if it's not, just because they're perfect for here, and at least I can see it, and it just sits like that. But a lot of my tiny stamps are on my desk, and I'm using them. And so I would have like, here's another one, here's a tall one. And so I would just probably put it, actually, this one, I would stack all my items and then keep this up there so it's like that. There is a method to my madness. And so, okay, let me put this back. But yeah, so this is the little tiny one. Super cute. You could probably put like postcards in there, because this would be probably the size of a card. Here's a stamp. So as you can see how small that is. Or you can use it to house your whiteout corrections and adhesives. I already have storage for it on my desk, and so I mean, they would fit perfectly if you had like a bunch of small or tall things with small items. So that's just an example. Again, because I have all these, I had to make good use of it, because these were definitely investments. Again, it's something that I love, and it's a very simple but thoughtful design. There we go. It's a very simple and thoughtful design, I think. I love the dovetail. Is it dovetail? Is that what it's called? When it's connected like that. So it's a beautiful piece, and I love how it looks on my shelf, and I don't regret it one bit. And this one I think is pretty affordable. I want to say it was like 30 something. or maybe $40. Not too bad. I mean, for the craftsmanship. So yeah. All right, so that is the small one. Okay, now back to those chestnut boxes that I was saying. So this is also from Classiky, and I like these. As you can see, it's kind of the same style, but they're using a different wood and and you can actually find these. I mean, these kind of look like some of the boxes that you can find anywhere, honestly. But again, I am a fan of their brand, and so I did buy these. All right, let's go with the bigger one. So this is like a okay, let's say this slowly, postcard size, which why I love this one. So if you open this up, it's a beautiful box. It has the little Classiky sign on there. You can see it. Very pretty. And it's magnetic. So if you see those little magnetic pieces, that's how they close. And it's actually divided into two. So there is a wooden, right here, divider, but it actually comes out. So you can take that out if you don't need the divider. But it's fine with me. I like that it's divided because the way I use this for is for my letter press cards, the really thick ones. I don't know. What do you guys use this for? I don't know, but I usually just buy it because it's pretty and one day I'll use it. But I guess you would use it for gifts, for Christmas gifts, for, you know. So I have a bunch of those letterpress, like the hard cardstock kind. And then every time I get something from Baum Kuchen, they always send out these cute little letterpress cards, and it has usually different like quotes on it. And I keep those because I used to house my washi. Like I would put my washi tape in there. And that's a good way to reuse those. And I have my postcards in here, my favorite postcards. If you didn't see my desk tour / organization of my space, back here, I don't know if you see it. Let me see if you see me pointing right there. Back there, I have a little brass bar that holds postcards. So I display my favorite ones. And so this is where I keep all my postcards. So in the spring or summer, I might change it out, or whenever I feel like I want a change of scenery. And then I have like some of my favorite papers in here. So like special items. So I think what this was actually intended for was a recipe card. And actually, I have recipe cards for this. Classiky makes these. Hold on. I'm trying to remember. I just saw it and then I was going to use it. But they make these cards. I can't. So funny. I'm so organized, right? But guys, I have moved so many times and I have organized so many times that my brain has mushed together every storage. And so sometimes I do get confused on where I store all my stationery. But anyways, because we will be here because my memory is really bad. But anyways, they make these stationery, they make these letterpress cards that are the size of this. They have a recipe card and they also have a diary card where it has like the date, and you can like use it to, I don't know, journal every single day or every week, and you could store it in here, which is a super, super cute. I wish I could remember where I put it so I can show you. Oh, that's going to, where is it? Anyways, okay, but yeah, it fits perfectly in here, and I think that's what it's made for, like a recipe box. But like I said, they make letterpress cards for this specifically. One's for addresses, and then one is for like a diary. And yeah, and I got the diary one, and I want to get the recipe card ones. Or maybe I do have the recipe cards one. I won't be surprised if I don't. But yeah, this is a great little box to have. And so definitely, I love how it looks, the storage, and again, the craftsmanship. Okay, next up we have the smaller size. Now this is probably the same size as the small toolbox. And let's grab that really quick. Yeah, they're about the same size. This one's probably a little bit narrower, you can see. But as far as, you can see the difference? It's just a little bit bigger, right? So, okay. All right, back to that. Now, what I like to store this in is all my event tickets, all the like things like movie tickets, movie stubs, event stubs, pictures. I will put it in here for safekeeping. I don't know if I will journal with these, but I probably will for my not junk journaling, but for my happenings journal. I do it in a standard size traveler's notebook. And just to kind of show you, like this is the time where I did the Baum Kuchen and Traveler, the Superior Labor back in 2018. We flew from Utah to California to spend a whole day, and then we flew back the same day. We got there in the morning, like around 9 a.m., and then we arrived, or we left there around 4 or 5 p.m. But that is where I got my traveler's notebook customized by the Superior Labor, and so I ended up getting this done over there. But okay, I'm going off topic. But yeah, what was I saying? I don't know why we went there. But anyway, so yeah, so that's what I use. Like, so whenever there's events or whatever, and I'm not going to, okay, that's where I was going. I'm not going to journal right away. I kind of keep it here as safekeeping. So when I'm ready to journal, like when I'm ready to talk about that movie that we went to go see, I have the ticket stubs in here. I know it's there. So this is a super cute, and let us go ahead and measure it with our handy dandy notebook and against the A6 size. And then that's about like that. It's a super cute and convenient. Again, you know, you can do the same thing with different boxes, but since I already have it and I bought it, this is what I'm using it for. And it's a great way to use it for that. And it fits cards, so if you collect, I guess, cards, or maybe you could store your, I don't know, your something that's shaped or sized as a credit card, that would be perfect. Okay, and I think this is my last piece. And here we go. This is what I was saying, how they came out with a newer version. This is the Classiky sewing kit is what they call it. And they have a newer version of it where I think it's just, it doesn't have this part. I think where it opens up, it just has like one opening, I think, in the, but as you can see, it's a really pretty piece. It looks like that. And then let me show you the size of it. Okay, got our A6. It's about the same height as an A6. And it's probably about 2.5 widths of the A6. And then as far as depth of it, there we go. To kind of give you a visual. And I would say this is more along the lines of the chestnut collection versus the toolbox, because the toolbox has like that dark walnut color versus that the other one, the chestnut. So I would say that's from that line. Okay, so I use this as my sewing / embroidery kit because I want to learn embroidery. Well, I actually started and I stopped, but so like any sewing kit, I love the handles on it. So let me give you a full spin. of how this looks. I love the little handles here. I love this handle. And I don't baby these pieces. I mean, I've manhandled this a few times and it's held up. So, and it's all it does is it opens up like this on both sides. And then if you look inside, it just has a big compartment where it houses, see, it'll focus. It houses just, I have a little mason jar type to house my pins, because whenever I sew, it's best to have like an open, and then all my embroidery. And then this, I made this little bowl. How cute is that? And then I have this for my embroidery stuff. And this is from, I think, what is this brand? Buku. She's really good at like sewing and stuff like that. So I follow her and she makes really beautiful things. So that's my little embroidery kit that I got. And so that just sits in there. And then on this side is just my sewing stuff. Let me put this back. You guys can see that. So it's just my sewing threads, which sits perfectly, all my thread. And this is like my favorite kind of thread. If you're into sewing, it doesn't shed. I used to get like the cheap ones. That's not this. And whenever I would sew, it would literally shed, and I don't like that. And so these are very high quality thread if you are in the market or if you want to learn sewing. So yeah, so that is what I use it for. And I mean, this specifically, this storage case, sorry, hopefully you guys aren't getting dizzy. Okay, so this storage case is great because you could utilize for a lot of things. And what I love about this part right here, it has these sections, but you can actually take these dividers out if you want to, if you need it, if you don't need the dividers. But I love the dividers. It works perfectly for what I use this for. And yeah, it's a great solid piece. But they have a lot of these types in the market. Like you can find some really cute vintage ones on eBay. But I like to be able to house all of my sewing needs in here. And in the space that I had in my older house, it was a necessity because I didn't have a lot of space. So and that is probably the main reason why I have a lot of these storage boxes. It was my solution to house a lot of the different things that I own and have it in a spot. Now that I have a lot bigger space, I still can utilize it, and they're beautiful boxes. And so that's the reason why I have all of it, but I don't regret it one bit because I love all of them. All of them serves a purpose for me, and I don't regret any of it. So let me leave you with a box in the frame, so you're not staring at a big white triangle. But that is all, you guys. That is everything I have as far as the Classiky box. And I hope you found this video informative, educational, entertaining. But I did want to share with you these Classiky boxes because you do see it in a lot of my videos and on my bookshelf. And I wanted to let you guys know what I use them for and how I use them for and the reasons why I use it for. But they're beautiful boxes. And if you are in the market, and like I said, you know, in all my videos, I am just sharing the stuff that I have. And if you happen to like it, and if you happen to feel like this will work for your life and your lifestyle, and then by all means, I am more than willing to share with you. And and I hope that it helps you in your process or in your space. But I just wanted to share with you these boxes because I love them. I love the design. I love the multifunctional use of them. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Do you have boxes that you store your stuff in? Do you have a specific I don't know, storage solution or maybe a brand that you gravitate to, like in my case, the Classiky boxes, let me know down below. Let's talk about it. But thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.